and I would like to introduce Tony to you guys. Tony, thank you very much as well for you that you are here today, and he's going to get our brain cells active and motivate us. And straight after Tony, we'll have the prize draw. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, please, come on. I think I've got a facility for this kind of good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I have a book on surviving the financial meltdown. Who would like it? Tough times are coming. Who wants it?
I want to.
Let's give a round. So my question is, why didn't you get it? No, I'm serious. I'm very, very serious. You were right here. Why didn't you get it? And this is the reality, is we're waiting for opportunity to come to us. There are so many things in life that we can get, but they don't normally jump up that fast. But I've had people come from the back of the room in a 2,000 people audience and get the book. Because the people right in front are like, I've had people come right up and say, we're too scared to get up and take it and make stuff happen. And that's part of my goal today, is I'm hopefully going to give you a swift kick up the bad thoughts and process. So you okay if I rattle your cage a little bit? Hello? Yes. Yeah, cool. So let's get some power going. So we all have potential. But are you using your potential? If 10 was maximum of your potential, how much are you using today? Be honest, be absolutely, brutally honest. If 10 was your absolute maximum potential, how much are you using today? 5. 9. 5. 7. Anyone else? How much of your potential are you really using? Who would like more money? Who would like more love? More happiness? Who doesn't want anything? This Neil Donald Ross says, need nothing, desire everything, and love whatever shows up. Nice to live too, but not easy to live. So let's play with you. Are you okay if I play with you? Can you hear it? Stand up without making a noise. Let's go. Come on. Stand up. Unfortunately, they didn't have sound that they said they would. On a scale of 0 to 10, how are you dancing? So you had potential. What we could do, go wild. I'm a DJ, so I've done some hectic dancing in my life. We all probably have, but we could go further. On a scale of 0 to 10, how hard did you dance there? How much of your potential did you really use? I mean, this is a very serious question, because I'm showing you to you. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're waiting for the music to be right, and the conditions to be right, and the circumstances and the energy, it'll never be right. All we got is now. 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 What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to fully activate your potential? So you're obviously wondering why I'm the one speaking here today. I'm here because Heather said I could come and speak to you. So thank you, Heather. But somebody said to me, so give us an example of why we should listen to you. So they came along and said, we've we've got this client, Mr. Leon, who wants to raise his leadership, and we want to get to the next level of performance. What's going to happen for you to get to the next level? Because we all want more. How are you going to get there? It's not going to be life coming at you. You've got to go to life. So this is a solution that I designed for Mr. Leon to improve his game. And so hopefully we're going to give you some ideas on how you can improve your game. I made a decision when I was 24 to write my book. I didn't do anything for 35 years. I made a decision to do all my CDs about 20 years ago. I didn't do anything for 20 years. Talk is cheap. 3 birds sitting on a fence. One decides to fly away. How many are left? 3. Decision doesn't equal action. Who's ever taken a decision and not acted? Action is what matters. If your potential is going to come about, you need action to make stuff happen. And by the way, you should listen to me because I'm a billionaire. I'm a cash billionaire. Why are you laughing? When you meet a billionaire, when you meet Bill Gates, you say, is it dollars or pesos? Or I'm a billionaire. So I can share some wisdom with you. So here's my challenge. What's going to happen to go to your next level? Really? Times are tough. They're getting tougher. There are 2 billion people in Africa, 1 billion people in Africa. By 2055, there will be 2 billion. Think about that. Constraints are there, resources are issues. Competition is growing. If you're going to be successful, you have to up your game. Which means you've got to go to places that you've never been before. You've got to get out of the comfort zone, because the comfort zone is the death zone. I hate ties. I hate suits. But sometimes you get stuck in them. And then we get stuck because it's safe. Anybody ever been nervous to go and approach somebody? I was in primary school in Blegauri, and then I went to Bryanston High. It's a distance. And I met some friends down the road, and their name was Glynis Kilpatrick. And I used to drive from my house on my bicycle to their house and get in their car, and then we went to school. So it was kind of a 1/3 for a bicycle, 2/3 drive. And I used to sit in the back with her brother, and she sat in front with her mom. And I fell in love with her. Little young guy, but I was nervous, I was shy. And I didn't do anything. And every day in the morning I used to sit in the back like huddling and looking and thinking and wishing. But you know what? She never did a thing. She never came and said, hi, I smoke you. Hey? I was too scared to. I was in my comfort zone. I was scared of her saying no. And some of you are much too young, but we used to have discos in the garage. Yeah. And so the boys sat on the one side, and the women on that side. Remember that? And so now you're sitting, waiting and hoping. And she was sitting there with the young girls. And I was just too scared because, you know, it's this walk of horror. What happens if you get here and you ask for the dance and she says no? It's humiliation. Now you're the humiliation walking around. And so fear controlled me. And I never ever took that step. I became a professional DJ. I was involved in lots of parties. I became a hooligan, paraglided, and I grew up. And when I was about 30-something, I was coming home from a party one night, and I needed to wind down. It was about 11 o'clock. And I needed to just wind down, and I stopped at this little place in the middle of Ferndale. And guess who's at the bar? Linus. But now I've grown up a little. And so I went and had a chat, we had a few drinks, and I was brave enough, I said, you know, when we were at school and I was young, I said, I had such a crush on you. I was just too shy. She said, I had a crush on you too, but I just wished you'd done something. And so, you've got to take the chance. We all nobody gets out of this game alive. Take the chance. If somebody says no to you, it's not a loss for you, it's a loss for them. So what's going to happen for you to jump today? So let's get your brain going. 9 dots. How do you join all those 9 dots? If you've got a pen, you can try and play quickly. How do you join those 9 dots? I need to know a timeline, otherwise I'm going to be here till lunch. You see, most people are going to be doing a square. Most people are going to do a cross. Join all 9 dots with 4 straight lines. You can't lift up your pen once you start. See, most people don't understand, but you're restricted by things you don't know that are constricting you. Because here's how you have to go. If you don't go out of the box, you are never going to solve it. And it's the same with your life and your business. You want more business? You cannot be same old, same old. You have to refresh your thinking. You have to revitalize how you're approaching the market and the game. You have to do something different. Same old is dead. Dinosaurs died because they're the same old. I worked with a guy that started Resilience, Professor Stoltz. You need IQ to get on the field. IQ is your mental acuity. The reality is you're born at a level and you can grow it by 10, 20%. But that's where you come in at. It's a given. EQ is vital. You get the job for IQ, you'll lose it for lack of EQ, lack of emotional intelligence, lack of the ability to manage people and connect and build relationships. Now, all the big business boys that get fired is not for their IQ, it's for their lack of EQ, their ability to manage and move people and move energy. But if you've got a good IQ and a good EQ, but you get slapped and you stay down, who cares? And I watched Rocky Balboa 4. I mean, I don't understand how he keeps on getting back up. But you have to keep on getting back up. The number one skill in the world today is resilience. For you, for your kids, for your family, for your teams. I don't care what other skills you got. You can be the best in the world. If you take a hit, who's in tough times in business? Anybody here? Tough times, challenging times? Tough times need tough minds. I used to be top of Google. I used to get 5 inquiries per day. 2012, 24th of April, they turned off the tap and I was in free fall for 5 years. 20 inquiries in 5 years. Tough. You learn in those tough times. And so I've come to understand that all success is inner. It's mindset, it's attitude, it's identity, it's how you speak to yourself. It's the inner game. The external part is minor. And so even if the economy is bad, there are people that are still selling well, hard, having a good time. The average Joe is going to suffer. I like tough times because I've got tough minds. When it's easy times, anybody's out there. Anybody here an estate agent? When the market's great, every granny and her cousin and her aunt become estate agents. When the market's tight, then the professionals survive and thrive. It's the same in any kind of business. So I didn't tell you this, but I've seen your future. I've time traveled, and I've seen your future. And you think I'm joking. Here's it. If you do what you've been doing, the way you're going, think about this right now. Who's got more months left at the end of the money? In my coaching, most people I work with, less than 2 months, and they're fresh out of cash. Think about it. Average person, less than. Average person is monthly, more months at the end of the money. So here's the reality. By the time you're 65, 49% of people are going to be eating dog food. Both my parents died, 62 and 66. The last 3 years of their life, I funded their life with my 2 brothers. Those were the easy days. 29% won't make the line. Probably with AIDS and rape and murder and mayhem and stuff, it might be a little higher. Imagine, what's the oldest person you know today? Call out an age.
90.
96? How much? 102. We've got life-extending beer and vitamins and medical science. We're going to live long. Here's a very serious question. How are you going to fund from 60 to 100? I'm serious. Wake the frog up. You can't be same old, because I promise you, same old is dog food guaranteed. When I was a Boy Scout, we used to take real food to the aunties and the grannies in Hillbrow. The old ladies used to stay in Hillbrow. They used is to have half a ton of cat food for breakfast, half a ton of cat food for dinner. Because that's all they could afford. Wake the frog up. You cannot be doing the same old stuff that you always do. 7% will be okay with your family and yourself will be okay. And 3% will be financially free. Anybody here financially free? You're bulletproof? This isn't theory. This is reality of what people do. Many of us talk, I need to lose 20 kilos. I talk about it every day. Do I do it? No. And that's why coaching is such a powerful process. Is where are you now? Where do you want to be? And I will hold you to the fire until you get there. Most of us know what to do. We don't do what we know because we don't feel like it. We wake up and it's too late. If you take a frog and put it into hot water and put it into cold water, you can slowly heat the water, and eventually it'll die, it'll boil, because it's reasonable, it's accommodating. No, I'll be fine, I'll be okay, I'll make a plan, I'll adjust, I'm cool. If you took that frog and threw it into boiling water, it'll jump out. You are the same. Because you're accommodating, you're adjusting. No, I'm paying the rent, I'm kind of surviving. You cannot survive. People are in ugly relationships because they're there for the money, for the safety, or whatever it is. People are in ugly jobs. Life is short. And the reality is you weren't put on the planet just to survive. You have the potential. You have the potential to transform the world. Are you? And if not, why not? Starting with yourself. You've got the potential. When are you going to start that engine? I'm part of a group called Mankind Project. We do healing work for men. And on the workshop, they talk about this Indian brave. He's living in Texas, and he's got his teepee and his beautiful white horse, and every Sunday he goes into town to buy his groceries, and he comes back. One day they find oil on his farm. He becomes a billionaire, and he's got these huge TV dishes and this mansion, and he buys a new V12 double turbo 2,500 horsepower Ferrari deluxe monster machine. And there he is the next morning, next Sunday, going into town on his horse, putting the Ferrari behind him. Why are you laughing? You're the same. You see, all you had to do is get off the horse into the Ferrari and turn the key. He had 2,500 horsepower. He has fiddling around with 1 horsepower. You're the same. When will you start to hold yourself and push through? What's blocking you from there? See, we can motivate you with stuff. And I promise you, that will activate your potential. But do you want to be shoved and motivated like that? Motivation is what your boss does to you to make more sales. It's manipulation. It doesn't last. Inspiration comes from within. Inspirare, the breath of God. So what inspires you? What's inspiring in your workplace, in your job? Because I'm a Boy Scout, and if you're going to make a fire, we can get sparks anyway. You can buy sparks. You can get them by mistake when you're around people. But what's the most important, in this picture, what's the most important thing for success? Beliefs. If that's not right, your mindset, your attitude, your beliefs, your values, your behavior, if that's not right, and you've got that kind of mindset, you're going nowhere. You're not going to start a fire in a month of Sundays, in a year of Sundays. But if that's right, you're open, amenable, positive, resilient. Who's a positive thinker here? Positive thinking's a waste of time. In the army, they caught these military guys, and they were prisoner of war in Japan or China somewhere. But they were positive, and every day they'd wake up and say, today they're coming to get us. Positive thinking, stay positive. And there was a captain there, and he said, I don't care when they come, I will be here. And the next day the positive guy said, today is the day they're coming. And they didn't. He said, whenever they come, I will be here. 3 years later, the positive people were gone. They gave up. Positive thinking only lasts as long as you have willpower to stay positive. he was resilient enough and he managed his mindset that when they eventually came, he was there. And so positive thinking and resilience is vital. Because negativity and resilience is a pain, you don't want them near you. And everybody brings happiness, some by coming into the room, some by leaving the room. Which one are you? Which one are you? And so once you've got that fire going, you can start to kindle it and protect it and defend it. So be around positive people. Avoid the negatives, the victims, the vampires. You know, you're with some people, and when you walk away, it's like, oh my God, it's like they suck your energy. Choose the people in your teams, in your business, in your friendships, in your relationship. Because then you can start to build like that. And once you've got that fire going, you can then build a furnace and you'll be unstoppable. I know guys that are making buckets of money. I know people that have got time freedom, money freedom, and relationship. Because you can have lots of time and lots of money and no love. That's hell. I know people who've got lots of time, but the robots have got no money. I don't know about the love part. I know people who've got lots of money and no time. But having those without love and connection and relationship, it's a lonely, lonely, lonely place. And so this is your brain. We've got brain scans now. We can actually see the neural pathways in your brain. We are amazing machines. You are an incredible machine. When are you going to use it? What version of software are you running? 1.0 Windows, remember? Have you updated? What version are you running? You think I'm joking? I'm very serious. You have to update your firmware of your identity and who you are and how you think. But at the end of the day, who's going to do it for you? You know, the web gives you everything free. I have a screen for work and a screen for learn, and I do about 150 gigs a month just on YouTube. I heard a guy delivered a baby via YouTube. His wife was having a baby, and he learned just-in-time information, and he delivered the baby. Think about this. Most of us have insurance. Work out your total monthly insurance. House, life, medical, car, get a number. A vague number. I'm going to take a figure of 5. Double your number. So whatever your number is, double it. So now my number is 10. Add 2 noughts onto the end of your number. So now my number is 1 million. That's how much you're going to spend on insurance, protecting your goals, and the possibility that something might happen. Can you win the soccer game protecting your goals only? At the end of 10 years, what will you have in your hand of when you're $1 million spent on insurance? Nothing. Are you investing in equal or better amount, investing in you to ensure success? Anybody here investing in equal or better amount? I get a 10 to 20 times return on whatever I invest in me. I put millions into me. How much are you putting into you, putting into your staff? Best investment you can make, because when you get divorced, they can't take it away.
Yay!
So let's refresh your thinking. How many squares? Go. 3. Come on. Come on. Show me that this is my most powerful entrepreneurial test. You see, you don't even know that you don't know. Now here's the problem. Somebody's showing somebody else how to do it. It's a game right now. No. But do you think they are learning? No. Teach a person to fish or give them a fish, which is better? Same with your staff, same with yourself. Growth-oriented mindsets that are open to learn. It's important on how you manage yourself, how you manage your children, how you manage your team. You can give them the fish, they're going to keep on coming back to you for the fish. Teach them how to think. So we look at 4 by 4, 16. Plus 1 big one around the outside, 17. What else? That's 4 inside. So let's play. 4 by 4, 16. 1 outside, 17, eh? 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25. So now lots of people are looking, but they don't see 25. And then? What about then? Ah! 26, 27, 28, 29. Most people do not see the 3 by 3. They see 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 4 by 4. They just cannot see 3 by 3. And so the reality is there's 30 squares. But most people don't see 30 squares. And so life gives you what it gives you, 30. Some people want more than life will give. But most people are seeing 16 and 17 and complaining that life's bad. It's not life, it's you. It's your thinking, it's your stinking thinking process. So get a picture in your head. What would it look like if you're at your full potential? Just get a quick picture. What would that look like? If you're being awesome. Absolutely. Making the money, having the fun, having the love, doing the business, laughing. Freedom, love, abundance, peace, joy, meaning in your life, in your business, in your team. Easy, that you can breathe. Often we're very tense. Easy. What would that look like for you? What's going to happen for you to go there? Because until you get yourself sorted out, you're never going to get your business to go where you need to go. Anybody got written goals that they look at weekly? Seems that you don't mind where you're going to get to, eh? But without action, without fiercely focused, swift action along a plan to a predestined destination, you're going to arrive anywhere. You may not be happy when you arrive there. Tough. But I'm concerned about time, so I need to know how long do I have. Just give me, I can take it till next Friday, so give me an idea.
Probably about another 10.
Okay, so you guys are okay for 15 minutes. Cool. You need to change your identity. Without your, people were talking about, we've had sales trainers in and we've had people training us and that. Until you change your identity, nothing will change. Know this. It's not stuff you read in a book, it's an experiential action learning process. Who am I? Am I a spiritual being having a physical experience? Am I a physical being having a spiritual experience? What am I on the planet for? Am I just a stuck face that drinks and does stuff? Or am I a piece of the most powerful force in the universe that's here to bring love? But until you change the identity, your old baggage is going to drive you. Mindset, we now know from research, mindset is the number one thing that business needs. The right mindset makes you up to 7 times more valuable to your business, to yourself. Do you ever go for mindset training? What are the top 20 mindset qualities that you want in your staff and you need in your team to survive and succeed? When you go for a job interview, they check, have you got the skills that you've done this? Yes, you've got the skills. How do they check that you've got the right mindset? How do you check you've got the right mindset? And the secret is hire for attitude, train for skill. It's very, very dangerous to have a highly skilled, bad attitude picker. And that's what happens. Billions are spent on hiring the wrong people because they look great on paper. When they come into the team, they smash your culture. Yeah. Tony Shea from Zappos. Number 1, do you have the skill set? Number 2, do you have the mindset? Number 3, do you fit the team? You get 3. If you don't have the mindset and the fit the team, we don't care. You can be the best in the world. You're not coming into our team. So important. How good is your word? Anybody here not lied in the last 90 days? Don't laugh. No, I'm serious. This is the problem in Africa. Okay, I'm going to get brutal here. We're a country and a nation of liars. Do you like to be around liars? Do you trust liars? So my challenge for you is, how good is your word? That's the problem. You know, and we make a promise and we break it, we make a promise and we break it. And it's like, if you just nick yourself with a razor blade, you won't die today. But in 1,000 times, you will. It's what I call fractional suicide, is we've lost our credibility. Because you lie to me, I lie to you, we don't have credibility, we don't have trust, we don't have connection. And so we dance facade to facade, mask to mask. Think about how good is your word. Do you have baggage? We all have baggage, but have you unhooked your baggage? I mean, people, they come with their bloody pantechnicons. Oh, I love this, I heard this thing. Charlie Chaplin. You know Charlie Chaplin, he never spoke a word, but he did speak. And he told a joke, and everybody laughed. And so he told the same joke again, and fewer people laughed. And he told the same joke again, and even no one laughed. He says, why aren't you laughing? And they said, well, you've told the same joke 3 times. You've heard it already. He says, I'm confused. If that's how you work for the joke, why do you keep on crying about your baggage in your past that you've gone through over and over and over? When are you going to drop that? And I thought, So that's my question to you, is when are you going to drop it? You can either use it as a poor me, or you can use it as try me. What you've been through either becomes a fuel for greatness or for a fire that you'll burn yourself down and, oh, shame, have you seen what I've gone through? And we've all gone through. But are you going to go home with your baggage or are you going to leave it here today? What is your stake? People know what to do, they don't do what they know because we don't feel like it. What you focus on, you get more of. The problem is we focus on the negative. The brain's programmed to focus on the negative. 3 times negative, the brain runs. I mean, dollars processes, watch out for the saber-toothed tiger. There are none, but the boss could be one. But what you focus on, you get more of. What you focus on, you will attract more into your life. What are your priorities? What do you focus on? What are you spending your time? People say, these are my values. I don't listen to them. I watch what they do. And my value is health. You're right. That's why you need to lose 20 kilos. It's not what you say, it's what you do. You want to see what your values are? Look at where you are in your life. You might say, I value money, or I value saving, or I value whatever it is. You are exactly where you deserve to be based on the beliefs, behaviors, and values you've got. If you want to get something different, make a change. Focus. I'm like an epileptic tarantula on a hot tin roof. If you go to my home now, I have 2 screens, I've got 70 windows open. I swear I probably waste an hour a day going ting, 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 wrong, wrong, no. Which one? There's the window. Focus, absolute. I've got a sand timer that I use now. It's a 20-minute timer. Just focus 20 minutes on something. Irrevocable, 1 step closer to your goal every day. Can you eat an elephant?
Yes.
How? So even if your goal is as big as an elephant, just 1 bite at a time. Every day, irrevocably, every single day. And then action. Nothing matters without action. If I'd taken action with Glynis, who knows, I might have been married to her. But action is the most important thing. These are the things that drive humanity. And they drive your clients and your staff. Love and connection, certainty, uncertainty. These are the ego, the bottom 4, the ego, the top are your soul. This is what drives everybody every day, why they come to work, why they do what they do. How do you use it to drive yourself, to make sure that you get better business with the clients? Because here is the business component of my process. Times are tough, and I promise you they're getting tougher. Anybody ever heard of ZMOT, Zero Moment of Truth? Do you know that clients are making decisions about your product or service? Up to 80% of the decision is made before they even talk to you. So if you're in a business of trying to sell, and you don't even get to talk to the client, how do you sell? Because the digital world has completely transformed the way that the game gets played. Now, on a little cell phone, you've got access to reviews, social media, Hello Peter, all of these things. I was about to buy some speakers, I went online, I'm a PC dealer, I was in the PC dealer shop. I said, let me just quickly check Ching, ching, ching. Ooh, no, thank you, bye. In 2010, people used 5 points of contact to make decisions. In 2011, that was a 10. Today, they're probably using 15. I do not buy a thing without going online. And so, whereas the first moment of truth was when the person was there at the shelf looking to buy, today, maybe the stimulus for whatever your client is an event, they're going online and they're checking you out and finding possibilities and alternatives. Often they know more about you when they arrive there than you. It's a very big change. And most people are using old marketing approaches, old attitudes, old mindsets for a very new world. The kids today are into a phone first. The new generation, some of us older buddies, we were talking earlier, we still have kind of an old mindset, but I'm a techie. My girlfriend at the time wanted techies. We went in, we tried them. They did the run test, and it was $1,495. Hold on. Give me a price. He says no. I wanted a better price. I said to my fiance, let's go outside in the car. I found them for $895 in Pretoria and $995 in Cape Town. We were in Cape Town. I went to the Cape Town guy and I said, listen, I can get them for $895 in Pretoria. Will you do a deal for us? We'll buy a lot of other stuff. We spent $2,000. But we got it for $895. Same thing. If you're selling the same thing, how do you differentiate yourself? You can't be the same thing. Because that decision-making process is completely different now. And unless you're in front of that person, you have no influence and no impact. I was at Mr. Hill's. They put me on Tuesday with Standard Bank. I did a team building and a talk for them. They've got 5 days there. But they put us into a venue, into the exhibition center. The acoustics were disgusting. Probably cost them from me. I won't take business that cost them more than $1 million for that. I needed Wi-Fi. I was trying to do my presentation. I was working on it because the next morning from 11 o'clock they said we need you at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. I couldn't get any Wi-Fi. Sorry. Based on that alone, I won't go to that venue. Now if my average team building is 50, 60 grand, that I take a client there, 10 is $500,000. So who's the client? Because very often I'm influencing where the client goes. I'm just a team building company and a speaker. But they'll phone me and say, hey, where do you think we should go? I go where I get good service, good value. And I have a connection, the relationship. So people are doing huge research ahead of time. And unless you're in that pot, you're invisible. I used to do page 1, position 1 on Google for 220 phrases of team building. No, page 1, position 1. You know what that is? 5 to 7 leads per day. 24th of April 2012, Google changed how they rank. Invisible. It dropped me 700 spots. You couldn't even find me. So literally 20 leads in 5 years. But I got stuck in the old trying to get my ranking. Do you know what that cost me? Huge. So who's influencing and what's influencing? You go online, you look at a venue, you get a price, but then you read on one of these review sites, bad, 2 stars. You don't even have a chance to explain it was a bad day or that staff member's gone. But the shower was leaking and I didn't like it, so I write some yucky stuff about you. It could cost you 50, 100 grand. And so a lot of influences that are going to impact your business, you don't even have control over them. You can, by updating your staff, getting the right stuff to happen within your business, so that when you do have good clients, that good word spreads. And that's the power. It's a sword. You can either use it for good or use it for bad. But you've got to find a way to win more. You can't do the same old. This is research in the motor industry, but I promise you it equates across the other industries. In that age group, in the youth age group, 91% of the influence is from pre-event, pre-research, not even from the first moment of truth or the second moment of truth. Before you even have a chance to say, let me, they've made a decision, they've got an impression. It's only going to get harder. And so they've discovered that it takes 12 positive experiences to outweigh one negative one in an event experience with a customer. Think about that. 12. Before a person will get back to zero, back to neutral, and trust and connect and reward and verbally recommend you out again. So what are your staff like? Because we were talking earlier, one guy says, my boss is greedy. If you work for a greedy boss, do you feel like you want to go and make them more money? If you feel you're being underpaid, overworked, and it's just for money? You're going to bring your best to work. And so many times when I go and do research into companies, they're so demotivated. There's politics, there's racism, there's unhappiness, there's conflict. And it's because of one person, maybe a leader or a manager. People join a company for the vision, mission, and values. They leave for the upline relationship with the manager. Number one reason that they leave or are disengaged. And like we said, some people bring happiness, other people, by leaving, some by going. What do you like as a manager? Do you bring out the best in your people? Do you bring out the best in yourself? Because if you get it to go the other way, that good word expands. Social media today allows you to tell 1,000 people. And the problem is you can't even get in the middle and say, oops, I'm sorry. When that avalanche starts, you can't stop it. So your staff need to be up to speed. Your staff, one comment from your staff member can smash. I was looking to buy a conference center in Midrand. I went online, I checked all the reviews, and I just said, it's going to cost too much money to rebuild that credibility into the market. It's not worth it, even at that bargain price. So credibility, trust are such an important thing. So how good is your web presence? Is it professional? Is it sharp? Does it work on mobile? Do you have squeeze pages where you give value and get information beyond just a brochure? Today the technology is changing. You've got to be up to speed with what's happening. If you're not mobile ready, Google's going to penalize you for your rankings. Facebook advertising today is so cheap. For $5 you can boost your post in front of 1,000 people and exactly. I can say I want people that are left-handed, live in Randburg, and work here, and I can put myself in front of them. You can't even do that on the phone. I had a black lady that I'm mentoring. I put her on the phone for 3 months. It probably cost me about 8,000 or 9,000 rand in phone calls. Yeah, I've got some business. Spent 400 rand on Facebook. Got 100,000 rand of the business. Do you know how to use the new tools? And when you get the client coming to you, are your staff sharp? Are they making sure that those touch points are effective? Somebody was saying also, you can get all these reviews, and one will knock you back down. And you know what? You might have a beautiful white wall and one black spot. What do we look at? The black spot. And so that you've got to constantly manage your presence on the web. I am vicious about making sure you can go online, you won't find a scam, not one negative derogatory comment about me. And I make sure that none have been made, but I make sure that what I do, I solve the issue with a person before it'll get out into the social media space. So I'm prepared to bend backwards to make sure that they're happy. And then we are socially hardwired. How do you bring that into your business? But I can tell you that you, number one, have to step up yourself. Number two, you've got to step up your staff. Number three, you've then got to step up your business. What are you offering? What are your value propositions? You've got to rethink and revitalize and rejuvenate the entire framework, starting with you. Ugly, unhappy, twitchy-pitchy bosses. It goes down. Happiness goes out 3 levels in the ripples in a pond. What do staff say about you? Do you have people knocking your door down to come and work for your business? Or, I saw research, 68% of people are looking for new jobs. How many of your staff, some you want to stay, But typically the bad ones stay and the good ones go because they've got better options. So what's it like in your space? So I have a whole framework that I put together over 40 years, which is a high-performance framework. It's academically validated. We help people to double and quadruple their performance. People's, teams, leadership, and culture. Your culture and your leadership are at least 50% of the results and the impact that you have in your life, in your business. Most people don't understand how to change culture. They get there and that's what it is. They don't understand the importance of leadership versus management. They don't understand that, as an example, the leader of a business impacts hugely on the morale and the effort that people put into the business. So I have 5 CDs on this framework. If you're in a business environment and you want to double your business sales, I help the government department with a weekend workshop go from 200 million to 800 million. Oxbow Conference Center and their packaging company, we took them from 30 to 50. We're going to 200 million. It starts with people. It starts with you. We're at the beginning of the year. It's tough times. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Unfortunately, the volume of the song is not loud enough to dance really big. But maybe we can still do it. Please give a person on each side of you a positive compliment. On the left, give them a positive compliment. On the right, give them a positive compliment. Turn to the person on your left, give them a positive compliment. Turn to the person on your right, give them a positive culture. I do stuff you can't read in a book. I do soul surgery. And I'm here to bring value. I'm part of a group called Mankind. We do healing work for men. And when you go onto the workshops, you do a visioning process. And here's my vision for humanity, is I co-create a world of more. Or integrity, freedom, love, abundance, peace, and joy. I think that's what we're missing in the world. Integrity, freedom, love, abundance, peace, and joy. And I provide that by providing coaching, training, talks, workshops, and support for those who are ready. I'm not Robin Banks, motivational kind of stuff you have to do. We do life-changing by design, by impact, and by experience. If you're ready to take that jump, I'd love to find a way to work with you. I'm very easy to work with. My answer is yes. Whatever the question is, my answer is yes. So I have for each of you a copy of my book, unpublished. It's going to be published in May probably, but it's a PDF of my book. I have a card, and if any way that we could work with you, collaborate with you to bring greater value to you, to your business, and to the space that we're in, my answer is yes. Thank you very much.
Sure it got us all thinking, me as a business owner definitely. So thank you very much, that was really inspirational and got us all motivated. Now we're just going to have the prize draw, so just stay for that, and then go over and done. Thank you. Take care, everyone.